A ver qué tal, vamos a continuar con la parte 3. Vale. Vamos a abrir este cajón también.
It's unfortunate. The drawer opens smoothly. Hundreds of and the same materials being. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and look how blurry. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp. But now, only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there? Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating.
Hundreds of and the same material. You already went through all of
Vale.
these. The drawer.
Creo que antes me había salido igual hasta que luego se me ha bloqueado. Ya habéis visto la otra parte y ya no podía hacer nada.
An imposing combination of a punch clock, and the machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next.
A ver.
Your fingers run
Toma.
over the dial pad. 005. Calling. Calling. Still calling.
Video Raibow 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Video Raibow is a 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Lamy. No. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Tal vez, pero ni siquiera sé mi
Any
nombre.
further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Raibow, tiny heels, tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful. Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
Bueno. Subimos estas escaleras. Y cogemos la chaqueta por fin.
As you're
A ver. Vale. Y antes me he puesto esta chaqueta, me acuerdo. Objetos. Postal. Vale. A ver. Un momento. ¿Esto qué coño es?
This quarterly journal features a large satirical because white antlers, because Friesel was incompetent, foolish. To your disappointment, there aren't. After the magazine is divided into several sections, comrade, but like only. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary,
What do you expect? It was laying a...
you flip back to the front of this section. You all you flip back to the front of the mag. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you.
Arte y
why
cultura.
it evokes as you leaf. The main feature, though, is a long this so-called art. The actual, if you don't follow it, you flip back to the front of the mag. You skim. Finally, there's a brief article. One of you flip back to the front of the magazine.
Esto simplemente es para ver de qué va todo. Ahí ya está. Ahí cómo se llega.
Snow is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Well, they went through.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. I am, but it doesn't.
This is the night watchman's booth. Listen, it's okay to
René Arnús.
Sit down and have a breather. You need to rest. Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and they're sparse. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed.
Why did you take that picture of René? You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat. Secured to the stop, stale air floods through. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. Once you take the painkillers, they are yours now. Oh boy, maybe. You stand and exit the booth.
Vale. A ver. Estoy tomando un camino totalmente diferente. A ver.
A rusting control panel. Marsh. On.
Qué susto, no sé por qué me ha dado. Digo, este pavo que hace. Vale, eso lo voy a hacer luego. Pues ahora voy a guardar. Porque un poquito más allá se queda bloqueado. Le ha venido un pensamiento aquí, a ver. Y si me pongo... una herramienta como esta... ¿Ahora sí puedo abrir esto o qué? Ah, fíjate. Ahora sí puedo. Tócate el coño, no sabía. Guantes, ya llevo unos. Me sube uno distinto. Electroquímica. Electroquímica y esto instinto. Es que no sé qué coño es mejor, pero estos me los voy a poner. Fíjate, acabo de descubrir que esas cosas se abren con la puta palanca. Aquí unas monedillas.
Container, I'll turn you.
The accent is so...
Container, you Evrard. I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them. Sure, mister. About what? Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike.
So no one?
Not it, but Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got... No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else.
He probably doesn't know anything.
Yes, I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar... Actually...
Who is he?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre...
Uy, Bufford, la señorita Bufford.
Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down, but I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm... Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool.
He respects that.
But she's a real... If me miss Doctor like...
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Buford. Interesting.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clock.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys... Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Oh, Mr. Everett is usually in his office, of course. But he already left for the day. He always leaves around 10 p.m.
Sobre las 10. Ah, ya es de noche.
Oh, yes. People say...
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Bye-bye.
Oh, muy majo. Guardado rápido para cuando se bloquee esto. Ah, que tengo que buscar, darle ahí, vale.
A large
Tócate los
table
huevos.
with two huge vacuum-insulated thermal coffee dispensers. You snatch out the
Cojo la
red plastic
tarjeta.
card.
y me piro. Una escalera hecha de palés. Vale. Bueno. La verdad que para el poco tiempo que llevo jugando he avanzado bastante. Así que perfecto. ¿Qué coño es esto? ¿Otra vez? ¿Otra vez? Ah, porque está en el otro. Joder, me he encontrado de dinero. Vale. Anda, más dinero. Me voy a hacer de oro. Ahora voy a bajar el container. Por aquí. ¿Qué es esto? Marché. Vale, ahora tardará un poquito en bajar. Antes ha tardado así como un minuto. Vale, ya está.
With a surprisingly quiet, the harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. Moving,
I can't see how that was worth the record.
the crane does not return to its original.
Vale. Ahora vengo por aquí y me cuelo aquí.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? You just picked one out. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
No reply. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Joder, es un poco pesado el gilipollas este, realmente digo.
You attempt to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions.
No, espérate, que igual sí que se puede. Objetos.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. With the permeable, it takes about half an hour to piece one together. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of
Por si acaso.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were... You attempt. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions. No reply.
Yes?
La gente dice que este tío les cae bien, pero no sé, a mí de momento no me está tampoco encantando. Y sí, obviamente aquí hay algo.
A rusted control panel with no screech of metal when you push the button this time. Only silence. The crane does not return to...
Pero esto se interioriza... Ah, vale. Lo estoy interiorizando. Vale. Ah, esto no lo sabía. O sea, le hemos pegado un pedazo de ostión al que vigilaba esto antes.
This is the night what?
Vale. Como pollas. A ver. A ver qué viene por aquí. Vuelvo un segundo por si me he dejado algo. No.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamique. True, I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered a little.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one. There always is.
Race is reality.
He perdido la oportunidad de algo. Hostias, ¿cómo bajo? ¿Cómo se baja? ¿Cómo se baja, tío? Ah, por aquí. ¿Habré perdido algún tipo de oportunidad de hacer algo?
A lorry stuck. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can... the back end...
Racist nationalist paraphernalia.
Vale, me he dado cuenta que como más avanzas es haciendo esto. Parecen tentadores. Pregunta a René, ¿quién polla es René? ¿Cómo coño sé si es miércoles o jueves? Vale. Yo voy a por el... a mirar la mierda esta. Coño. Por aquí. Ay.
The trash container. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. There's nothing more of interest in this sludge. Not much to see here anymore. You see milk. A box falls into pieces in it. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Vale, ahora ya tengo el amoníaco. Basta con tenerlo en el inventario. Vale, pero no entiendo por qué.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is
¿Cómo que el
all
amoníaco
it does now.
me ayuda tan poquísimo? No entiendo. Bueno, de momento vamos a hacer esto.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Venga.
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled. 1. Standard work boot. 2. Standard work boot. Steel. 3. Hobnailed work boot. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prince. 5. Another standard work boot. Steel. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. 7. The glowing outline of a standard. 8.
Vale, muy
and
bien.
yet another standard work boot. Number 44.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman? Or a kid? Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Hombre, si es un 41 y ligero.
Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes. Interesting. Let's... Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not... Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Mm-hmm. A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon. 7 days below freezing.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve them.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them, then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
What do you see? A woman? Or a kid? Okay. How do you...
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person.
That's okay. Go on.
Fuck, does Kuno care? The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Te chantaste ante Kuno. Hablaste con Kuno ese.
Kuno doesn't...
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye.
No tengo algún objeto.
Old call box. You hear the same way. You ring the doorbell. Just seeing the words, Andro, all you hear is static. You ring the doorbell. But you wait for a minute or two, but all you looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The door, silence. No one's home at Fortress accident. This button, look.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected.
Vale. ¿Qué pasa?
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament as the manager. I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important...
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems... I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Good luck trying to use it. All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock. Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Puede que tenga algo en mi correo que nos pueda
I
hacer.
really didn't want to resort to this. The man is
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Ok. La verdad que quiero mirar arriba. Y también meterme aquí. Aquí, por ejemplo.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick... You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Hey!
That felt good. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. Not to mention, great exercise.
Stop that!
This door can only... Still, the lieutenant... You should punch a fucking hole in it. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce... Not to mention...
Stop that!
Vale, vamos al coche. Vamos rápido. ¿Me va a dar algo este o
Inside,
no sé?
you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable.
I confiscated these four a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. Exactly. As I said, they're useless anyway.
But thank you. The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Ya, pero
All around you, rain falls on the great city of River. The spring thaw must be here. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. Grey sky like humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you. A traffic jam. The road, River Shop. It's home. On a street.
You cannot return.
To be stand
Have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
in the your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making sheets the ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an urban coastline. Cold. The sky. Will you ever go there? No, you are just one of the 100. Your hair is an oily mess flecked. Coalition hero statics hang like apple.
This rain will not let up anytime.
Vale.
At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Perfecto. ¿Dónde coño se vendía todo esto? Por aquí, creo.
Rusting this panel usually you pull the lever all the way up until nothing happens. A spring bring wasn't there a sign over there saying function?
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here? Is it? Spring is capricious, yes. The pawn shop is always open.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the
Yes, these are very, very good.
No one was defrauded.
200 reales.
Of course,
Hostias.
I meant no offense.
Thank you. Here's the 30 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him,
Hostias.
to compensate for the pain of being separated from it.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. Sure thing. Sure, man.
Vale.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harman Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape-reel eyes.
Pero ¿y si me quedo despierto toda la noche? Mejor.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing. A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. The door rattles again.
Stop banging on the door! Doesn't matter. Who are you? The police? No. Go check the back.
Backyard door. There must...
Hello again, officers. Have you come?
¿Y esta también sigue aquí? Joder, aquí la gente no duerme.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Matter of fact, I don't. I have a medical condition of my own. Nothing unusual, though. Oh, don't worry. It's curable. With quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer,
Oh, no.
I'll have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he...
How curious. Why is that, Detective? How can I forget? I was hoping your condition was rhetorical, Detective. A questioning technique. I have sympathy for your highly unusual condition, sir. And I believe you. But as it stands, I cannot share...
I understand the dictates of protocol.
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. These are...
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort. Easy. Just
Toma.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see...
You're in, but expect her to drive up.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into... or...
Detective, a word in private before we continue. This is not going quite as I hoped it would. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and you know, not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands. No, if there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate. Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is... You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
You're back?
Vale.
Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? These are unimportant times, Detective. For the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next. Those would be... Oh, and the Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves?
Yeah, it was...
Yes. Oh, lots of people. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad. Yes. King Guillaume had a nose. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral right, they didn't win.
We?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. The liberals took the coalition of the moralists, at least not...
The rulers.
This
Vale.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky.
Of course. Not easy to be... The turn of the revolution began in... It wasn't a who, but a what. It made people overthrow their governments. Of course not. From Revachol. Why?
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have...
A city-state divided into free...
The clatter of...
The zone of modernity. 43 years. The 20s, the 30s...
Vale.
It was a mark... Well,
Muy bien la experiencia esa.
Baby.
Y ahora...
Good question. What would you have done differently? And I...
Here's some wisdom, lady. Say the death thing. A cold.
So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with a technology 50 years ago?
The wind stops, and for a moment.
There is
Good hygiene. Really? When they fit, and what is
My position.
understandable? Good question. What would you have done differently? And you would have died, most likely. Not far from here.
The cold runs down your spine. She gestures toward the waters. The wind.
No, almost certainly. They are what they are. Who knows? Anyway.
Now's your chance. Ask her who she is. She won't get out this time. She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
I am the vilest of the vile. I am
She raises the corner. It's sharp.
an ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind. Haven't you heard? I can see...
In her
Vale,
green eyes, you see
lo estoy haciendo
much of
la
truth
pelota.
and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile sneaketh. I hope so. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the... with due...
While a gentle,
I would not have...
she realizes her small, cold,
Then for my daughters.
dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil.
Perhaps. Yes. I suppose I...
Seditious
Vale,
talk, Matt.
y ahora
Yes.
tiene hijas y a tomar por culo.
Whatever else I am. I'm also a mother. And a wife. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Muy bien, muy bien.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez. It's all... I knew we could...
Vale. Ahora nos vamos aquí. Interiorizo esto. Vale. Y si pago al tío este, voy a sacar dinero. Vale, ahí no hay nada. Voy a pagar y ya está.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me? Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it? Oh, wonderful. Try to do that. I'll have to call you an ambulance. Not until you...
Okay.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is...
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. Yes, have you got it? Well?
Vale, no me deja ver. Estampa. Yo diría esto, pero en tono irónico.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, the electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Hasta mañana a las 9.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
20 reales,
I'll
¿qué
take your
dices?
room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you? Do I have a shaker in my hand? Am I smiling? Because I'm...
Play it calm. This man needs to understand.
Like what?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. I have a cigarette.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
You mean this?
Keeping the hat. Yet, were he to quit, he would...
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day. Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached. But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. We didn't get... We talked to John.
If Kim is...
Above all, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Prison 41 practice? It's impressive, especially for a man your age. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with... They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebel Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an introduction. The RCM's primary role, yes, all officers of the RCM have been... We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone indirectly, it's you can't. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the waterworks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. You have to... Not a good position to be in, by the way. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government. Yes, the RCM, or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. Be sentimental.
Or if they think you do.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across... What do they be?
Those others say.
Interesting.
Something on it.
Their history.
For you.
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And... do you? In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we... the new...
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glass. The dying... This...
They really don't like us. It's our fault. We run it. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... Me too. But I wouldn't count on any... Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
¿Pero ya me voy a poder ir solo o me va a estar tocando los cojones? Venga.
bed is cold and not particular. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The fan stands still. The switch must be broken. A terrible mistake. It's just a little hangover-induced photosynthesis. The lights are off. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out, and then sleep doesn't. And then sleep doesn't come. Maybe it's the bed's fault. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still something to do with. What was it that the lieutenant said? Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? What it says on the can, Harry? Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? Oh no, funky baby, tell me, where are your friends? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium. Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. You really dropped the ball, Harry. You're not coming back from shit. No, you'll be stinky boy. You're dropped.
So something is wrong. Oh yeah. Time to go to work in the ship factory.
Good going, buddy. Really? You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired? It's just that you're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. Of course, you and Speed will be happy again. The bed is still cold. The door is closed. Still nothing. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce. Not to mention, great.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union must have turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly men who drink beer for breakfast. A completely one loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tensions. In fact, even the death of everything, which may, of course, all be wrong. One more thing.
Yeah, but
they're in no hurry.
Just a moment.
she's agitated.
And there's no public.
The closest.
It's fine, I understand. Please, the union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or the manager was vague about it.
Why would he be?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like...
Cold breed.
You have more important things to worry about. Just some... but they...
The water lock. That was broken.
Oh, sweetie. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day. Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but...
This will show...
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you. Oh,
It's a...
that's...
She's...
My apology.
It's not searching for such species. Oh dear. Well, his expression... Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with
The lieutenant.
One other thing. He'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not... Will be... Well, his expression is... I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm afraid I'm not... I hope I've been useful.
You're an enthusiast.
We don't have time for cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
I hope you're able to pawn that old trinket. Of course, dear. I just wish I could have done more. Oh, sweet.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Well,
Ah, yes. Oh, yeah.
where other hints it...
I knew.
Vale.
It's simply elusive. So, well, of course...
Yo quiero puntos aquí,
I
nada
have
más.
something of a personal connection. Oh, I doubt it. Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Oh dear. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it.
Ya está. Ahora hablo con el imbécil este.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time?
Hostias. A ver.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you You see a heavy steel door. The door does the cobalt blue surface.
Let me handle this. You are far from home, Lieutenant. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. I've been watching you.
Not a muscle move.
You are looking for that type.
It doesn't.
She said, could this be the Miss Buford?
Like I already told you, I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men. What you want is of no significance, officer. What are we going to do, the Union? If anything, it is the aggressive. You make your living in
Do duck what?
Listen.
Fuck you.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. No one is emotional here. Do your job. Act.
This is where you say you're dead.
Detective.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Oh, this is about him.
You're short. Oh, he was time to go.
You might want to...
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Starting from the right. Boot size, foot sitting on his right. Step across at the other table. Hop a symmetric burn on his neck. And then, standard work. The emblem on his vest says, in the far corner, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 44. 40-something on his neck. Let's call this one size 41 with the light step. Not a child after in the middle. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but they're exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying.
The fuck is with you, fella? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. Or what? You want to be the...
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! Not too talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't...
That's right. We're not talking about... You're not cop.
Good.
There's no point in pushing further.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talk.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
You mean these boots? We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over this goddamn...
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever?
Shays Electrique is the method of...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh, so you are just...
So is hanging a man, slowly, with...
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. Do you think...
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
Titus, no one was thinking...
That there's any question who's the leader. That...
No. Fuck no! The big dick.
Disregard the outburst, officer. None of the boys have any comments on their power relations. That night, they acted as one. That's all. You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
Known him? We don't Yeah!
Quiet. No. Why don't you...
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. I am. He stepped out.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that showed...
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it. But I know he was sent by the...
'Cause one night...
Really?
Yeah. We couldn't believe...
Wrong. He harassed women. Raped one. Harassed workers.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. He regrets...
To kill us all.
Yeah.
He grabbed...
Yeah. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you.
Yeah.
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinet.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalled.
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you anything at the...
Can you give us a...
Titus.
We overpowered.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think?
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Like what, Copper? Yeah, lawman.
Not in the...
By your side. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another. Why? 'Cause he was worthless. So am I. Now, how about you get the fuck out of we
Didn't they?
Can you give us a...
Titus.
We overpower.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But...
Fuck off, Copper.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out.
No, of course he's...
Fuck off, Shanky.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Like what, Copper?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave my...
I think we're going to done this job for long enough to know that people...
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Again. Just get the dead.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
Kingdom of Conscience.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why I am not
You could be, Liz.
even a mod?
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
So fucking what? Look.
No, Glenn. They aren't.
This didn't... It's not her. She's not...
I am not
You could be, Liz.
even a mod?
He's right. With a face, a cold look in her eyes. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below.
Yes? Hello? Me?
She doesn't really want to be. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she?
Looking for something to read. It is. I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What with?
Help her by carrying things? Maybe.
My husband? No, he's not. I don't know.
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but no. Why?
Kids are always going missing. We have...
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing.
You know where they are. There?
What? That's just... my daughter. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them. My youngest. Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeated? There is no investigation here. I don't...
For what it's worth?
I don't...
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
Even if I had, it would. Great. Nothing. Go read.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Please, let's do.
Her hands move over the book covers. The woman...
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime Cursed.
What in God's name is she talking about? A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly... There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye.
What do you see?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. Pneumonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep... The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Get a hold of yourself.
The weight.
I've seen
What is happening? You heard the coach. This is weakness. It cannot go on much longer, or you will lose.
I've seen then drive to the station. I think I've lost my sense. Not being hungover helps too. Inappropriate. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the doorframe. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Bent metal, broken glass. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter. Kudos.
What is this place? Yes, but no one, I doubt did.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for us. Yes? What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? There's no reason to. 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped of it. Okay then. Was good.
Barbell lie. It's 60. There are no collars on the bar. Why does it feel so familiar? No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber. It's just a memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. No one does until they get smashed under the barbell.
No.
You managed to hoist it off the ground, but even your body has failed you. It's a miracle you didn't injure yourself.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip. It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand. Yes, you might even call it a feature of the right.
Some areas are inaccessible without your flashlight.
Your flashlight, some of the writing has these light translucent. Who are one of the Welkins? Tau, it's the hull door.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Some people really like building a world. This looks like concept art. Political. Just look at those details.
The photo, entire, you see, albeit a pinned postcard reads, "This so as time goes."
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner, the handwriting outside, a cold wind wrap. This
the radio computer. Just sitting here. We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
The machine lights up like it's empty.
This is where the memory should go.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. This old fireplace, radio frequencies, unclear. It looks like a cardiac. You think so? Looks like a surveillance program. Someone, the leader of it, whoever decides. There's no.
My God, the schedule. I know doom when I see it.
Nothing. This old fireplace, radio frequencies, unclear. You think so? Looks like a surveillance. Whoever decides. There's no.
My God, the schedule.
Nothing.
Okay. What do you think it... No, it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games.
Utter madness, he thinks.
Through calling standards the...
His fascination.
Not to...
Not.
But I don't think anyone has... Indeed, those Welkins are dead. No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, it's ambitious, and yes, especially... Okay.
Volumetry, shipping compressor. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts. Oh, the static.
Good morning, Doctor. Please repeat. Is the filament you have inserted in... Yes. Is that the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. No. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Still no. Received. I will register this login.
That sounds bad. Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Yes.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East as...
On an island.
Now, this fortress one fortress accident SCR. Any other questions? Good. Please repeat the password. Received.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there a... Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still. Nothing happens. You see, a terrifying... This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. The lieutenant doesn't answer. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to... The lieutenant takes a peek.
Of course. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see, you pocket the note, and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back.
Good question. I know. What is even...
The fridge buzzes. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging around. Most of them are rusty and...
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still, beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say.
He likes this find. A few bricks have fallen off.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary. It means there are...
He likes this find. Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Thick layer. Looks like this furnace has a face.
Looks like it. No one has used it in ages.
It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait.
It feels safe to know that the lieutenant's got your back. A lush, maybe you could... Still, it's good to have this dirt. It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really?
A hollow ring goes through the furnace. Your toe hurts. The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge. The barbell waits patiently on the floor. like a dog for its master.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone. I suppose it's all over now. Just a door. This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the... I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a... All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you invest...
Her facade is dropped. Now you...
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity? You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this would... Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. Some unnatural magic, I assume.
If you're really...
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's in...
Okay, but please, only the curse. It's the curse.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Everyone knows there's something wrong with this building. I can tell you. It's not good.
Such wraiths may prove...
Yes, the wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect... Oh, there are numerous...
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rock.
Yes, the Simonees are very crafty.
The woman before you scans the store.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found... Oh, that's great! I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother... Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed. No, no, sir. I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice. No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though. Yes, sir.
There he still is, looking right through you with his watch. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of them. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled. The material, delicate. These are clearly not boots. There.
Indeed. Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide. Under the heel. Fair piece by piece. He's been... We should keep a lookout for these pieces.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect you. Yes, bullets.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics. They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like.
Fucking talking about...
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here. But...
It is. It's expensive. We've requested for a full set, about 4 years of wages. As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yeah, that's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard. Just something as crypt. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench feels...
Stop! Pig's gonna pull it.
Rachel!
You're about to pull his head up.
Do it, Homo!
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot, and there's no...
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down, and second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. Alright then, you can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you?
Processing will take care of that. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But
a small bell-like. Suddenly your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch. Your fist connects to...
Did you hear that? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the...
Faint, organic, like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. The hangman's...
Industrial strength. Yes, it looks like they use whatever... Right now, everything seems to fit their confession. It's not... This makes getting him down. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the bell to close the buckle.
The cadaver hangs, an intricate web of blue light. His corpse is alcohol. Your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has...
A map of the...
As if some...
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open.
A Trugatsun chain.
Shit, Kuno!
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a
in case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical value. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute. His dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from...
I'm gone. Into the wild, pale yawn. In the past. Wait, I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead. What do you mean? It's the power of your magic. Go ahead. Ask me more quick. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Here you go, you loony. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry. You might be onto something there. Because you have. Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my...
As you narrow your... Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh.
The monster.
So, what do you think? I think the noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood on his head. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption.
The pool,
the victim...
The fuck he saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I do. Most of...
Stop. It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
but there is no breath to catch.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos.
Of course. You have questions. Come back later, Corporal.
The steel-reinforced belt prison.
He doesn't...
The cadaver is a good one.
There's no question. There's only cutting. How hard can it be?
I don't doubt your physical prowess, officer. But that's aircraft strength material. The risk of...
The fuck have you got against comedy pigs?
Climb up there and... There has to be a less risky way. With less falling down of trees.
Yeah! Bang bang!
How? Yes.
Yeah! They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Yeah!
Silence, with his elbow sharp, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge fire. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his...
He's gonna fucking...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A clap.
God damn it.
Oh my god. That was so many types of wrong. Who taught Four Eyes to shoot? Whip up a...
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have... I think you have your sports mixed up there.
Bitches fighting.
I have to say, it's beginning to look and...
Take his gun and show him how to use it.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be...
Confirmed. It's unsafe. But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
It's bad as it is. Go ahead.
This is the sorry...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold...
The fuck are you waiting...
Kuno, the buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand...
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggot? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous.
Don't.
Do it!
Intense shit, copper.
Could waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic!
The lieutenant.
Fucking pussy didn't shoot shit, did he? Didn't you?
We need to go to the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men. I did not want us to be indebted to Everard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves.
You need to suck my dick!
He's a dangerous and corrupt man.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it? What? Bitch! You fucking make an
Not all of us. Acts like that stick with you for...
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again. And Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked, but you and Kuno are good for now. Pals, shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time.
The determination in his voice leaves little room for doubt in his sincerity. He means every word. Needs to be taken seriously.
And you're back in business with the Kuno. Now what is it? Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin. Fuck no, pig.
Okay.
Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your sad speed habit. You don't know Kuno.
Okay.
He's not worried about prison. You need to befriend him first.
The fuck about it? Fuck are you talking about? What is...
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh.
You hear?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fucking got one big thing. Look at him. Kuno.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck them. Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly Union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate, ask him yourself.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You...
Kuno's fucking. Kuno uses the fuck.
End of conversation. Very strong.
You're
Get lost!
the fuck about it. Fuck.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Get the fuck out of here.
They're lost with...
Why don't...
Maybe we should.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't...
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Hostia, pero si no ha subido una mierda. A ver.
Looks like the circus left town, but the
Ahora
clowns are
sí se ha
still here.
actualizado. La autoridad que tengo es una verdadera mierda. Alucino. O sea que he gastado para nada. Me cago en su puta madre.
You see a heavy, the cobalt blue surface. The cobalt blues. The door does not.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Can I help you?
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives you. You should punch a fucking hole.
Hey.
That felt good. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce. Not to mention.
Stop that.
The bed is still cold. The window stands broken in its...
Yes. People get that you are.
It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo. Yeah. Feels like forever. Like, yeah. So tell me, what do you need? It's like whatever's going on over some pretty wild I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. They want to keep...
He doesn't blame them.
Anything else? Us lorry drive. Not my thing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him. As if
he ain't one of us.
It's easy to see he's still
analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded. Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms.
Time to relax. He's merely joking.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the... We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise.
There's no denying it. Your body...
Not unless they've illegalized sport.
Never. They would never.
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For carrying large...
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
Vale.
Went native.
Rome.
Let's talk about our right to work. We were promised work. We'd be in. Main gate's locked. It'll take heavy ordnance to bust it open. And try to get in through the secretaries. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or... Yeah. I saw your ballerina moves up there. In a real fight...
You got them up.
Why don't you go arrest them instead?
It would be better.
No! They will give up eventually. We were promised work. We'd be in. Main gate's locked. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk. Like civilized folk, you mean? These naked.
It would be better.
No! They will.
Knocked him out good. It's that really cool flying desperado spin kick you did, Boyadero. Often performed by the most hard-bodied boyaderos on the steppe. So, what's on your mind this time? The little boy had the good on his... To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, partner.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union...
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? So I went to the... Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. I learned that people don't want to talk to a junkie.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the... I did some...
How does it?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the... So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
All of it?
It's simple.
And Mesqui's epic then. All across... No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for...
Your race descent has temporarily halted. I am not the hard. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked hundreds of and the same material. You already went through all of these. The drawer slides shut. The note is...
Does it say...
This is 10. Someone has scribbled. S. I can't... You find the filament memory with the offside.
Looks like someone from that read. That's a plausible hypothesis. It belongs in...
Someone has... You find the... Someone has... You find the filament memory.
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the iceberg.
Didn't you see one right next to the break? An intricate web. It's still kind of gone for you to discover.
Hostia, y si me pongo aquí con la bolsa.
This is... rusted no screech of metal when you push the button. The crane does not. You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. You turn to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. No reply.
Retórica. ¿Aquí qué hay? Por aquí. Vale.
Oh, hey, mister. I'd really be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself. Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you.
Before you is a walrus of a man, seated behind a large desk. He looks up with great effort. He straightens himself.
Welcome, Mr. I'd offer you...
He looks
You go ahead.
Whatever. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that man.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably he's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the department...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable...
by the way, this should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your...
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least, don't thank him for it.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a now.
His slug. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Are you all right, Harry? It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Officer, we will deal with this later.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Officer, we will deal with this later.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry. Because...
Mr. Dubois, you...
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to...
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry! Mr. Dubois, are you okay?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As an...
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions per...
Quick, here's your window. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this? Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I...
He's hiding his real...
Thank you for your...
You too.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry, would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard? Don't worry, Harry. Between you and me, I'm not a huge... Anyway, I assure you, of course, let us dispatch with the formality.
That's what the hand corpse called you. Harry.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it.
I think the odds of that are...
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my...
I guess word has already reached him. No, man.
Are you trying to...
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now. Ah, this?
This tramp...
I find that...
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry. Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic. Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry. You're a real man's man. Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me. Oh, that's very nice. One thing I want to make... Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinique. If she actually...
He doesn't want to see her.
Of course, Harry. I have no... Tell her about...
This is weird. Not nice weird, but...
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers and... Harry, you smooth-talking son...
Smooth-talking? Maybe that's...
Oh, of course. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about, honestly. But there's a thing that's been keeping me...
Yes, that...
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors. And I'm sure you're gonna...
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son. With your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up. And when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and...
You want to send someone a message that...
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi. Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Allowed, just go there, unlock the door. Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez. Fantastic, my friend. Just let me... You can get the key from Manana. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Yes, your gun...
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with...
Yes, thank you for the hot tip regarding... Now, please.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only...
He is not...
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Let's hear it, Harry. Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not link. See you soon.
Bueno, ya que he autoguardado me voy. Yo creo que ya he avanzado bastante en la investigación.